Episode 9 pretty much picked up where episode 8 ended, and that was, with Yoon Sol letting Ji Yoon know that, part of she doesn't know whether she likes him as a man or as a child. So he pretty much kissed her, and he told her that he would wait for her until her feelings, are revealed or something, or until she comes to him, pretty much. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another review on the Review Garden. In this episode, we also see a bunch of things happening. So, episode 8, we saw um Muan and Nayun. She pretty much, they when they went to their parents to be like, stop going to Yunsol and yelling at her. So you kind of see the aftermath of Nayun doing that, and her mom, she kept, saying to her mom like she's gonna run away, but her mom's like, well, do you think that's gonna scare me? Then run away then. I'm guessing she was thinking that was going to cause her not to run away. So she was like, fine, I'm leaving. And she left. She went to a hotel, and the hotel called her mom, and she was like, forget that. So she went to Yoon Sol's house and stayed there for the night. Um, and she was talking about, oh, how this is the first time, she's ever had a sleepover. And this also kind of shows you like maybe it's the beginning of a friendship between the three ladies. So we shall see where that goes. Then in this episode, we also see that the chairman is pushing to have Yoon Sol transferred to another department because he feels like Yoon Sol is not good enough for his son. Ooh. But then in this episode, we also see Yoon So's dad come and pretty much tells the chairman that his son is not good enough for his daughter, which I mean, it's true. He's like, okay, well, I don't want my daughter to be mistreated by you guys more than she's being mistreated right now. Like, look at what you're telling me right now. I mean, both of them have their reasonings for not wanting their children to be together, but I feel like the chairman saying that, oh, because she doesn't have money, that he's not accepting her is wrong. Because whatever, you can change. First of all, you could change that fact, or the fact that she doesn't have money, number one. And you can change whatever hidden secret rule that says that the person who marries your child has to have money. So there's also that. And Yoon So's father also met with the two boys, and he's like, "No, like what do you mean? There's another, like the two of you are fighting over my child, you know?" So you already know he's gonna try to put an end to that, but we don't know that it's going to be successful or not. The chairman also found out that his secretary was pretty much two timing. Well, not his direct secretary, but the one who's in charge of all the secretaries, I think. He was he's also working with Muan's mom and giving her all the details with whatever's happening with the chairman and his business. So he found out. The way he found out is because Muan's mom dropped her phone when she saw Yoon So's father outside, and he was trying to give it to her, but she kept running away because she felt guilty for what her and Nayun's mom were doing. So he ended up giving her phone to the chairman, and the chairman answered the phone when it rang, and he pretty much heard everything going on. So I don't know what is he going to do now to punish the other guy, you know? The chairman also found out about Ji-yoon's um well, would it be a disorder? No, it would be an illness. He found out about what's wrong with him. And you know, he's shocked because the whole time he just kept thinking like, you know, Jiyun just doesn't want to apply himself. But now he finds out like there's actually something wrong with him, and he's like he got mad at his mom because his mom knew about what was wrong with Jiyun and just never said anything. And he's like he's gonna get the best doctors and whatnot to help Jiyun with the the problem. But his mom is like, this is why I didn't tell you. Like, he's doing his best to overcome it, so you need to do your best to pretend like you don't know anything, right? So the chairman calls Yoon Sol out to talk to her and ask her about, like, to tell her to tell him more about what's wrong with Ji-yoon. So she says that it started because he went out to look for his mom, and when he was young, and he's had a problem with people, with crowds ever since then. And the person who used to help him overcome all these problems was his brother. So when his brother passed away, there was no longer a person there to help him overcome the issues, right? That would happen when he's in large crowds. So, it was hard for the father to hear that, but I mean, he needed to, right? So he's telling Yoon Sol, like, you don't need to leave anymore, or at least not yet. Stay by his side a little longer. And, which in a way, I feel like the father probably that understood that, hey, um if he takes Yoon Sol away, that's another person he's taken away from the son, that another person that is actually helping him with his problems, right? So now he needs to just let them be. Just let them be. I mean, he's still not accepting for them to be together, but he's accepting for her to be by his side. So to be his secretary still. In the end of episode 9 and beginning of episode 10, we have Muon trying to win over Yoon Sol, and pretty much pleading with her to kind of go out on a date with him. And then every time she said no, then he ended up just resorting to saying that they would both just hang out with each other. Then in this episode, we also got Jiyoon working as a part-timer in one of the stores that you know the father owns, because they're trying to, well, one, Yoon Sol is trying to get him to get accustomed to talking to other people, and working in an environment that has a lot of people, and also taking the different orders, um is also going to help him, and for him to have real world experience for the brand that they're trying to promote. um then you also have, you know, Nayun that still is running away from home, and she's not going back because she doesn't like the way her mom is treating her. So she told her mom that she's going to work hard and keep the money that she's earning, and anything else the mom can take. Obviously, the mom's not going to stop, but towards the end of episode 10, they're kind of reflecting that the mom is very quiet right now, so that might not be a good thing either. Also, with you know Jiyun and Nayun, this in this episode they finally, pretty much officially broke up. So now she's starting to move on from him. And then you also have between Jiyun's dad and Muon's mom. She was trying to do an acquisition of another brand, and he's just so pissed off that she turned one of his employees against him, that he pretty much screwed it over for her. He also joined in the acquisition, but then um but then it almost looked like she won, but her bid was just way too high, that it's almost like, where is she going to get this money from? And she went to Nayun's mom to kind of help with the funds, and then Nayun's mom is like, well, I need your shares of um the chairman's company. I need your shares of that company as collateral. So in the end, it didn't really favor Muan's mom, but you know, even before that, Muan goes to the chairman trying to like talk to him, like back out of the deal, and he's like, "Your family, like because Muan was like, "Are you forgetting that this company was supposed to be my dad's anyway?" And he was like, "Well, do you know how your dad even lost this company to begin with? It's because your father was greedy, and your mother is becoming greedy too. So let's put fair where fair is. The whole reason I'm doing this is because your mother started it, right? So what exactly are you telling me?" So that was pretty much the gist of episode 10, and we're still with this whole triangle between between um Jiyoon, Yunsol, and Muan. Even though she keeps telling them no, they're not taking no for an answer. Muan is kind of he can kind of see where she's leaning though, even though she's saying no. Um, but he just doesn't want to hear it at the moment because of everything he's going through and his mom is going through. So hopefully, after this episode or maybe next episode, the love triangle kind of ends, and we start seeing, Muan moving on and joining forces again with Nayun. And this wraps up our journey on the Review Garden. Thank you for joining me today as we explored this drama. If you enjoyed this reaction and review, please remember to subscribe for more insightful videos. Don't forget to like this video and share your thoughts in the comments below. Your feedback helps our channel grow. As always, I'm truly grateful for your support and for joining me on this journey on the Review Garden. Until next time, and happy listening. Bye.